I want to be obedient to God, so I'm making this video because I know in Revelations it says that we overcome by the blood of the Lamb and the word of our testimony. And our testimony is so powerful because it's confirmation, or you just never know, like if somebody else saw what you saw, and by you bringing it up, it better clarifies what they saw. But I wanted to tell some of the dreams and the visions that God gave me. I'm going to start with this one. Like one night I went to sleep, and in this dream I ended up in my hallway. And my hallway was dark, and at the end of the hallway I saw like this humanoid creature. I think it was reptilian in nature, and it was wearing like a high-level soldier, I don't know, uniform. And I remember I had this automatic knowing that it was going to try to persuade me to follow it. But then as it approached me, it reached in the closet and it pulled out a book. And on this book, the word heaven was written across it. When it looked at the book and it saw heaven, it looked at me and it kept looking at the book, and it broke out into like this rage. It was just so mad that it just couldn't believe that I guess I belonged to heaven. And I could swear that it was like cursing and just throwing a fit. But also in this dream, I can't remember if it was before or after, somehow I saw like the military or the CIA, like with helicopters and stuff, like in my house going through my stuff. I guess they was trying to figure out how did I know some of the knowledge that I knew. I can't remember if it was before this creature appeared or after, but that was one. This wasn't a dream or a vision. I ended up waking up one morning and I looked towards my door and I saw this reptilian humanoid creature at my door, and it was evil. It was probably about 4 or 5 feet tall. It had charcoal snake reptile-like skin. It had red snake eyes. It looked just like the reptilians that they portray in, I guess, the ancient aliens or the UFO files. I think it's a lot of truth to those files and those shows. It's like hiding the truth in plain sight, but this is what I saw. And when I looked in his eyes, I knew that it was completely evil. I didn't have to guess, was it evil? I knew that it was evil. And I had a few other times where I was awake that I saw these creatures, and their eyes vary and they're different sizes. Like when I was in the 3rd grade, like I just couldn't believe what I was seeing, because this thing reminded me of the snake from Anaconda, because it was in the woods and his head was so massive, like literally like a dinosaur head, and it looked very similar to the reptilian humanoid that I've seen before. But I was wondering, where is his body? I don't know whether the head was sticking out from under the ground or coming through a portal, but I was fully awake and I saw it, and the kids in my classroom saw it. But this reptilian had like yellow eyes, still like the snake-like eyes with a big head. It wasn't charcoal, but it was more like a greenish color. And the only reason we saw it is because at my old school, it used to be like this big forest, and we went outside to play. And we used to go far out because it's nothing back there except for land and open land and like a lot of trees to the side. And that's where we saw it, like right at the opening of these trees, this head. And I remember we kept trying to get our teacher to come and look at it, but she was older and she wasn't going to walk out that far. And then one night I was driving and I see like this reptilian creature in the middle of the road. It looked like it had wings. It looked like it had feathers. So I just wanted to bring that up because I've heard people's rapture dreams of after the rapture, like these reptilian like soldiers coming out, chasing people down, killing people. Or even when I was listening to Mary Kay Baxter go on a show one time, they was telling how a woman had a dream of seeing like these reptilian humanoids wearing like a cloak that were really manifesting in our reality, and they had the heart to kill people. Like, they were cutting people's heads off, like the ones who refused to reject Jesus. So I don't know, those were all the times in my life where I had whether dreams or visions with reptilian creatures, but most of them, like, I was fully awake. It wasn't a dream or a vision, but I thought I would share that since we're seeing so much in the news about alien life on other planets or alien life on our planet, or the Pentagon about to release top secret UFO information of off-world vehicles. I think these things are evil, because when I saw the one, especially the one with the red eyes, like, I knew that it was demonic. You didn't have to tell me that it was evil. When you looked in his eyes, like, we stared at each other for a long period of time, but his eyes was like looking into a bottomless pit of complete evil. And this was before, like, History Channel started, showing the ancient alien shows, because I think they started in about 2010, but I saw this thing way before. So when they actually started airing this stuff, like, I paid closer attention, because I knew that I had seen stuff like this throughout my life. But I just wanted to share that, because I feel like these creatures are demonic in nature. I don't think they're like some off-world humans that are here for the greater good or to help humanity. No, I felt like they're evil and they're demonic. And I feel like the public is being lied to. So that's what I wanted to share.